This oversized baby desperately needs our help. Unfortunately, he asked me of all people. I suspect that due to the forces of gravity, these giant spike balls are going to fall directly onto his head, crushing him alive. And he's very aware of that, so what he's going to watch us do is draw a line right here that is completely useless to him, knowing full well that once I lift this mouse button, those spikes are going to drop directly onto his head. So you know what? We'll let him have it. There you go, I tried my best. I think what's also really funny is the line itself can also hurt the man, so if we just let that go, he's going to get crushed by what we create. I don't know what kind of jigsaw killer put this man in this position, but I approve of his methods. For now, we'll go ahead and save the man. I don't think we're going to need a hint on this one. And for the first time, our enormous baby has put a smile on his face. Note the unusual thigh gap he's got. Next, we're being asked to save Thin Peter Griffin from being shot. Well, before we can do anything, we need to see the proper trajectory of the bullet so we know how to save him. I'm really surprised that that didn't actually work. I wonder if we can sort of just circle that so it encompasses the bullet, and that actually is enough to do it. I feel like this is really just a game to see the many different ways you could torture someone. Like, they come up with all sorts of crazy ideas on how to kill someone. We're supposed to save them, but we don't really have to. And we seem to have basically unlimited resources from what we can draw with. So if we go like that, we're going to see if we can get it to explode just above his head. So it won't per se kill him, but it'll probably hurt really badly. Okay, we killed him with our line. This time we're going to give his head a little more breathing room. It can't really absorb any damage. Never mind. The most dangerous thing of all in this world is a line. But if we do that, it seems we've defeated the bomb. That took a great amount of ingenuity. Save him before the plant monster gets him. How about no? I'm just gonna let the plant monster eat. According to the rules of this game, this should be enough to defeat the plant, because this line we're using is completely deadly. That actually almost kind of worked. So basically what I'm hearing is more lines is better. You just cover the whole thing in lines and everything will be good to go. Oh, that one might get a little bit close to his head. But he'll be fine probably. Round and round and round we go. There's no way this plant is closing now. Look at his head. We're gonna break his neck. That thing's gonna fall right off. Apparently that didn't work either. Now he's fallen right off the cliff. The problem is this guy. He finds himself in these whimsical situations and he's unable to do anything at all to save himself. Go gadget magic circle. That actually worked. I should just do that every round. He's stuck there forever because if he so much as breathes on his black thing, it's gonna kill him. Save him from the falling object. I'm not entirely sure I understand the task. Let's perhaps have a demonstration to see what happens. And I think that rock probably falls on his head. I think by letting it do that, we're sort of doing the world a favor. I wonder how good the physics are in this game. If we make like a little bit of a teeter-totter, can we vault him to somewhere else in the level? Like there's lots of weight over here, so that should tip him. Nope, the game doesn't like that one little bit. It doesn't let me have my creative freedom that I normally enjoy. The controls surprisingly are not that reliable. So let's see if we can make him just the teeniest, tiniest little cone to sort of go around him. He's looking at it very carefully. He knows his life depends on this one little black line. I don't know why it hopped, but that's not my fault, my friend. Well, I did my best, okay? Maybe it's like Polybridge and it wants triangles instead. It's a Polybridge type game. So maybe that will actually like bounce the rock straight up and away. Nope, that still tips over really hard. Or we could just go like that and then he lives happily ever after. Not sure how he gets down from there. I think he slowly just starves to death or goes insane. But then again, he might already be a little bit insane. Not the bees. Yeah, unfortunately, my friend, I think you're gonna have to put up with the bees. Hopefully you're not too allergic. But gravity, no one is immune to. I guess bees are a little bit immune to gravity because they can fly. Either way, that's not gonna help him so much. So let's go ahead and just maybe encapsulate the bees. Nope, we've crushed him with our circle. The bees didn't get to him though, so mission accomplished. I figured that maybe if we kept the bees way up here, they wouldn't get anywhere near him, and therefore they wouldn't build up any momentum. Look how happy he is. He's a wizard with the way he stands. Raindrops? He's being defeated by raindrops now? At least he is able to move his arm. He got it up to there. So the raindrops are coming for him, are they? Those are raindrops? Those are medieval maces. I don't know where it rains, but if you live somewhere where it rains spike balls, move. So let's see if we can give him just the thinnest, daintiest little line that might hold up or might not. It's anyone's guess. So far so good. I think we got a survivor on our hands. Do you like staring into his eyes? Don't let the bomb hit him. Alright, well I'm a little confused as to what's going on up top, so let's have an example. Alright, someone put bombs on spinny whirly things from Super Mario, and shockingly it dropped right through and murdered him. Luckily, I think I have a pretty practical solution for this. If we do a big pyramid that comes all the way from here down to here, honestly, the bomb should just not go anywhere near him, now that I think about it. Is this a good idea? It does work. That bomb is awfully close to his head, and its fuse is still lit, so I don't know what he's so happy about. He's got about 30 seconds to live. No idiot stick has lost his balloon, and somehow that's our problem. Look at him, every time we put a line, he's got to look away, though. He can't keep his eye on the balloon. That must be so stressful for him. Think about the anxiety. His balloon's going to get away, but he has to look at us now. The balloon sinks. I didn't have to do anything there. The balloon came to him. I already love this one. I can't wait to see what happens next. Got him. I think the problem is he doesn't have enough weight pushing him down. What's going on with his neck? But if he gets just a little extra weight to push him down on his spikes, he'll be extra tenderized. Okay, we'll try that again. Go. And, oh, I missed him. That's okay. We're learning together. We just need a little more centralized force to help really drive the point home. Given that how simple these are to solve, this really just is a game for torturing this guy. There's no other purpose to any of this. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Alright, let's leave it up to fate just a little bit. Is that going to catch him or is it going to slide away? The look on his face says, I'm not sure. And to be honest, I'm not really sure either. But the point is, I don't really care. Oh, we have a slide away. Got him. Well, I'm just trying to preserve line. The stuff doesn't grow on trees. We can't use it all. Okay, there we go. That way. Wait! What? Okay, well, he died, but he somehow passed the line. It's not my fault. That's user error. Draw to save him. Really? Because that wasn't already obvious. It's level 12 and I still haven't figured that part out. So, are we allowed to hang things on there and maybe just go like that? That's still going to swing, isn't it? But it's swinging gentler. And then it released anyway. But maybe we could get a nice gentle swing. Maybe just a little bit of that. And I don't know how we swing this gentler, I realized. Okay, well, is that going to not hurt him? Oh, it worked. We broke his arm and gave him a gentle massage, but that worked somehow. This one doesn't come with instructions, but I happen to notice there's a cloud up here. So that actually might do it. Nope, there's spikes coming down the other side. Well, that's still, no, I think we got him. Well, let's make a big old funnel so the spikes all go directly into him and pile them up. I think that would be a little more fun of resources. Oh, all right, well, let's try that again. One like that, back around. I think you got to be quick. The game doesn't like when I take my time. There we go. Now all the spikes get to him. And so does the line and everything. We're burying him alive in spikes. We knocked him right off the tower. It was intelligent of him to bring his briefcase. Not sure what he'd do without that. So with this one, I feel like if we just give it one of those, my lines hop around a lot. I don't know what that's about, but I think we've protected this man from the spikes. So big reward for us. Not the bees again. This time he's going to get it from both sides. You know how much he loves bees. Can we encapsulate one of the beehives that way and pull the bees off the edge? Nope, the bees are strong enough to pull my circle around. So in order to save our very brave friend, we're going to do a big old, looks sort of like a tooth, but not quite. And I think we got another victory. Save him from falling object, otherwise known as a rock. Also, no, let's not. He only had stars over his head, therefore he's only unconscious. Therefore he's trapped under this rock for the rest of eternity. Probably also not great for his spine. Here we have a two-part problem, which is as many brain cells as this guy has. See, the spikes are going to fall, but they're also going to go through the whirly thing, so it's anyone's guess how we're supposed to stop that. I think with a carefully placed dome over this man's head, that will protect him nicely provided the dome stays in place and is able to deflect the spiky balls to either side. But at least we are dealing with the most expendable man in the entire world. No one seems to care how many times we kill him. He just comes back for more. And he's very easy to kill sometimes. Maybe the best solution here is to put the spike balls just above his head. That way he can show a little gratitude for how many times we've saved his life. If we go like that, that should hang just a little bit. And now he's got spike balls just above his head. Oh, they're almost giving him a haircut at that point. Don't let him jump, it says. I'm going to like this level. We're going to help him jump. I've been wanting to launch this guy since the beginning. Off he goes. Got some good height and dies on the angle. So what if we draw a nice little thing that he can actually smash his head into? That's the base. It'll be like a basketball hoop, but just made to murder him. Yeah, he can see already that that's going to be trouble. Wonk. Oh, okay. He survived until he smashed his face into the bricks because he doesn't have reflexes. He's slowly falling off the wall. There he goes. I guess that's actually kind of the point of what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to let him jump. So if we give him just sort of a little hat like that, get it nice and close, And no, not quite like that. I'm a little bit curious is if we can like make him a little landing pad, so we'll hopefully just land on that, and then he won't fall to his death. Is that gonna work? Oh, he broke his spine. Okay, well, fine. The solution to this is probably pretty obvious once you start to think about it. Yeah, you better smile, you absolute candlestick. This level is called Look Behind. I feel like that's not going to solve any problems. It's just going to see the enormous 40-ton sword swinging down towards this guy. And judging from his posture, that's probably actually doing his spine a favor. But let's see. Down goes the sword and cuts him in half. I've got to say, I like this guy's technique as an assassin. He basically just lets the sword drop and gravity does the rest. I am a pretty big fan of gravity though, so I think I can understand what this guy's going for. So if we put a bunch of weight over here, can we just like stop the sword from falling? Always stifling my freedom. Okay, we're going to do a little bit less stuff over here just so it hopefully doesn't disappear like that. Okay, I don't really know what it wants. Does that just not work? Well, that didn't work. You know what? Let's leave this up to chance. Is that going to stop the sword? I've got no idea either. Bonk. Well, now he just got hit by two things. We'll just give him one of those, precariously balanced. That's only going to last so long though. Eventually something's going to give. And then he's going to get a chiropractic adjustment that's pretty permanent. Finally, a two-part problem. I have a feeling the cannonballs are probably going to be the problem here, but let's just go ahead and verify that fact. So, cannonball 1 absolutely destroys him. Can we just add a little bit of extra weight to that? I want to hit him with a little more gusto. Nope, that actually stopped the cannonball dead for some reason. So, what if we tie the cannonballs together? Kind of like that. Is it just going to drop them right with it? Yeah, the physics in this aren't super reliable. And now we have a single cannon coming from the right. So let's just go like that, and it's enough to deflect the cannonball. They're made out of plastic in this world. He's gonna fall into a bee pit. That's just hilarious. Let's let him have it. The bees are so savage they fly right out of there. They don't even let him in their bee pit. I failed the level, the bees got it, but then it let me pass anyway. I think the game is just really tired of me not taking it seriously. So speaking of which, let's find out what's about to happen. We're gonna drop spike balls on his head. Only one of those would actually hit him. So clearly what he needs is a hat. A little hat will keep him very safe. We'll give it a top hat. Perfect. You're safe with me, my friend. The hat did more damage than anything. I think that's just because it was the wrong type of hat. I'm pretty sure the right type of hat will be just right for him. It just needs a wider brim. You gotta stop all the raindrops. Okay, just a short brim hat then, right? Just a little one so it won't fall and hurt your precious, delicate head. Okay, right there. No, anytime I touch this guy with anything, a little nice hat. I worked very hard on that and then he just gets killed by it. Maybe we need some geometry-ish here. So if we make him a nice box that can balance on that maybe works. It's close. We're getting the right idea. Okay, we just need a bigger box and maybe a more square one that can actually balance. Something like that. And there we go. He's never been safer. Well, the solution is when we go like this, we need to build the box out that way. That way when it leans over, in particular, that part will hopefully contact that, giving him a bit of breathing room, or it can actually somewhat balance. This is perhaps the shape we're looking for. It's pinched here, so it can't rotate very much. Again, I have no idea how he's going to escape this structure, but that's really not my problem. Hopefully he brought a granola bar. This guy's about to have a bad day, so let's watch that happen. Double crushed by cannonballs. What a way to go. I wonder if we can make the cannonballs hit this at exactly the same time on either side, if that will cancel the cannonballs out and drop them straight. Is that gonna work? His life depends on it. Bonk. Okay, that worked. But then we crushed him with our line. My brilliant idea only works so far. Okay, that should be better. They'll hit, they'll stop it dead, and as long as that thing's balanced, he's good to go. Somewhere down below on Earth, there's a pile of 4,000 bodies, and no one's entirely sure why. Well, I'm pretty sure this one is just going to sort of roll onto him, and then he's onto greener pastures. I wonder if we could get away with just a singular line, sort of like that. Is that enough to stop it? Yeah, sort of. Oh, it actually was. Lucky for him. Another bee level. This time it comes with spikes. So the bees or the spikes will get him very dead very quickly. So if we were to go like that, it would stop him from the spikes and the bees, but I think the bees would probably push him over the edge. They're smarter than they look. So what we got to do is put his seatbelt on. And so we got to go up and around, and then we got to do that so he's safe down there, and then we just sort of got to lock him in something like that. Then he's actually quite safe until he does that, but that's not my fault at all. I think what we maybe have to do is build this one a little bit backwards. So if we go like that, He should be safe. Then we're going to lock it in here. Then you know what? We're just going to sort of encapsulate the bees. He still falls out. As long as this thing's even moving a little bit, he has no chance at all. This might work. We just need him we just need him to survive for 5 seconds. He doesn't need to survive. He needs to survive temporarily. And this level, we have a Viking who needs to defend himself from an ice giant who's going to push a large pillar onto his head. I don't know if his helmet is up to the task of saving him, but we're about to find out. It looks like it did very little. So what I'm kind of wondering is if we give him a helmet and then attach the helmet to the pillar, that way he can't push the pillar forward without ripping his own head off. Nope, he's strong enough to just eat that thing anyway. Or we can use that to our advantage and go like that and up again and down again. That guy is as confused as I am, but that might work should that line not disappear on us. Okay, let's try that again. We're going down to here, try and spike that into the ground, and maybe one more, and then go. Sort of works. Maybe if we just give him a nice round, even dome, it will somehow like teeter-totter, the pillar will go right over it. That might be our ticket. So if we get that close enough, maybe it'll start to like lean over straight away. We give it a little more weight that way, then it won't move so much. Nope, this giant is very strong. We're going to start getting a little bit creative here. So we're going to go all the way around. We're going to try and catch it up there. We're going to catch it down here as well. We're going to go over his head. And then we're going to do the golden arches. That was closer, but he still gets pretty ragdolled. Apparently the answer was to do this. I actually used the hint, believe it or not, because I was starting to get confused. I'm not entirely sure why this of all things eventually worked, but we're not going to complain. We have a happy Viking. Now we get to play with some explosives. I like how there's springboards set up for a particularly Looney Tunes style of level. So let's find out what happens next. Well, that bomb goes off, and then he gets absolutely launched at light speed from the last accordion. Can we launch the bombs into him even quicker? Like, can we just funnel everything straight into him like that? Because that would be it. Okay, that made the game hurt. Ooh, if we go like this, I wonder if we can make all the bombs bounce and go wildly out of control. Then it's anyone's guess who's gonna live. Oh, that worked. It's a heat-seeking bomb, unfortunately. I thought they stopped using those after the Cold War, but here we are. So we're gonna go like that and give maybe just a more stable base. You know what? We're even gonna go ahead and, you know what? I kind of regret that now that I've done that, but I mean, what do I care ultimately? Well, that would have... Wow, that thing really launches him. So we're maybe going to try and lock it in a little bit, but leaving the black lines away from him. And no matter what I do, that one bomb seems to slip through my defenses. Maybe a little bit of friction and actually, oh, they're shimmying closer, but that actually works. We just needed to avoid the living springs. I don't get what he's looking so concerned for. They're just a couple bees. We can stop him just by going like that. This level looks like fun. There's no way he can survive this. Especially when I'm not at all going to help him. Everyone's going to die here. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, four giant spike balls versus 3 human beings. Spike balls win. I'm not entirely sure these guys are going to fire their gun. So I'm kind of wondering if we could just go like that. And then he's not in a great situation, but his odds of surviving technically have increased exponentially. Watch for the fountain. Why? What does the fountain do? Oh, it's a spike fountain. I should get one of these installed in my yard. Well, I'm pretty sure if we do a line like that, those will all roll to the right, and then we maybe pinch it in there and go down there, and then nothing can get to them-ish. So far, so good. Good, no, bad. I got a little messier with it here. Things are having a bit of a seizure, and they slip through my defenses yet again. The trick is really just to wedge the black line everywhere until it works. Because thinking doesn't matter. For some reason, the king found himself on a floating platform surrounded by bees. And it's our job to protect the poor man from the bees. So if we go like that and just start wedging stuff probably into all the spaces, that might actually work. Yep, that might actually work because this holds everything in. Our frost giant came back for a poor Viking. He wants revenge. He didn't get him the first time. This time it's going to be hard to stop the Viking from getting crushed. At least it might be. We might actually be able to just do something like that. Almost. Maybe one of those? Nope, because the black line can in fact go into places it shouldn't. Actually, if I just go like that, really that should really work because you can't really compress that downwards. And now he's just got an unsatisfied boulder. I like this game. How do we save him from swinging blades? We don't.